afternoon, everyone. This is Princess Diane P. Sandrino, your reporter for today. I hope you will learn a lot of these lessons. So, let's start. Learning Episode 9, Creating My Classroom Remote Learning Management Plan. So, in the new normal of learning, we are now on the remote learning. Using the concept of management functions, create the management plan that suits you. Next is the target intended learning outcomes. At the end of this learning episode, I must be able to explain the importance of my classroom management plan, enumerate the components of my classroom management plan, write my classroom management plan, use professional reflections and learning to improve practice. Next is a classroom management plan is a plan that a teacher designs that sets the expectations for every student. So, effective classroom management increases student success, enhances students' academic skills and competencies, and promotes social and emotional development. Next is the teaching. The teaching learning process may be implemented in various modalities. Teachers must bear in mind that alternativeness and other options may be considered in designing the classroom remote management plan. So, a good learning environment produces a highly engaged students who learn more, do more, and work. Teachers become more creative and productive in their work. So, the question is, how classroom management affects learning? Proper classroom management creates an ideal environment, enhances learning as well as social emotional development. Managing a classroom is more than simply establishing a set of rules. It takes a school-wide effort to create a positive classroom environment. So, next is the key elements for effective classroom management. Number 1 is a classroom designs. This refers to setting arrangement, bulletin boards, display, storage area, equipment and supplies, and etc. So, classroom design is to improve students' engagement. A good classroom designs is an ideal way to have an impact on the students and give them a motivation to learn and enjoy their time in class. It is obvious students have to spend many hours in schools, so having a welcoming atmosphere in the classroom will surely boost their enthusiasm. Next is the rules. These are expectations set at the beginning of the class to foster love, care, respect, and sense of community in the class. So, classroom rules are the foundation for a functional and successful classroom in any settings. Rules vary from procedures as they determine what the classroom looks like, what type of behavior is acceptable and encouraged, and help students work towards a common goal, in other words. So, next is the discipline. Classroom rules must define the consequence of every action, misdemeanor in class. So, discipline in the classroom helps students stay focused on their academics. Over time, this teach them how to focus in other ways. A disciplined student is able to stay focused on his or her goals and keep his or her work as a top of priority. So, discipline is a way to set limits for the children so that they know what is right and what is wrong. Next is the scheduling. This includes time allotment given for each period and activity in class. So, classroom schedules and routines helps the teacher build a relationship with the student also. Helps them when planning and also helps with child and guidance. There are things you should consider when doing both a classroom schedule of routine. So, routine and the schedules are important because They influence a child's emotional, cognitive, social development, and they help children feel secure, and they help children understand the expectations. So next is the organizations. This refers to the systematic arrangement of files and the records and keeping them organized always and ready for use. So being organized makes everything else easier. It helps you get to work faster without wasting time. Looking for stuff. Keep your assignments and class information organized by subject. Decide where to keep, return assignments and things you want to hold on to. Provides the students to gain knowledge, ability, and attitude in accordance with the aims and principles of the educational systems. So next is the instruction techniques. So instruction techniques, educators who use instructional strategies allow students to make meaningful connections between concepts learned in class and real-life situations. They offer an opportunity for students to demonstrate their knowledge and course correct on their own when needed. So and strategies help students begin to understand the process of learning. So next is the communication. Communication is the consistent, open lines of communication to all the stakeholders of the school community will lead to better teacher-student teacher relationship. So communication, the skills of communication is essential to be developed so that you are able to interact with people and able to share your thoughts and reach out for them. So most importantly, children benefit by improved communication because contact between home and school help children learn and succeed. So next, in order to implement these elements effectively, a classroom management plan must be designed. Each teacher has its own unique style of management to meet class needs, although the same elements are found consistently in order for a classroom management plan to be successful. The students must have a complete understanding of each of the guidelines. So next is the steps in designing classroom management plan. First is the creating the plan. So creating the plan, educational planning has become very important. Why? Because it makes sure an institution's success. It considers the significant issues, constraints, conditions, and factors of education. Successful and well-organized planning saves effort, time, and money. Next is the improving the plan. So improving the plan, the school improvement planning combines concept constituting the foundation for positive improvements results. So meaningful teamwork, measurable clear goals, and the regular collection and analysis of performance data. So the importance of the school community to work together in developing monitoring. So next is the implementing the plan. An implementation plan is designed to document in the critical steps necessary to put into practice. It is also a step-by-step list of tasks with assigned owners and due takes and helps project teams stay on track. Next is the monitoring the plan. Monitoring and evaluation should be an integral component of any particular schools since it helps in planning. A school should use technological tools available to help in gathering information, Also, it shows the mistakes and creates paths for both learning and improving. Thank you.